Iceland is well known for its beautiful and diverse nature. Shh. Já, ég verð bara að fá að klára þessa kynningu. Sorry. These little elves. Whether it's the natural lagoons, moon-like landscape, or volcanic rocks and mountains, Iceland is a holiday destination of extremes. Reykjavík, the capital city of Iceland, is a 40-minute drive from the airport. The city was founded by Ingólfur Arnarson in the year of 870. When he first saw Iceland, he was sailing from Norway and threw his valuable wooden seat posts overboard and vowed to settle wherever they washed up. He found them in the southwest of Iceland and named the place Reykjavík, or the Smoky Bay. The smoke was of course hot steam rising from our natural springs, which provides us with the luxury of warm bathing pools. On your way from the airport to Reykjavík, you can visit our most admired spa, the Blue Lagoon. The geothermal seawater is known for its positive effects on the skin. You can laze in the steaming waters, have a beauty treatment, massage, and enjoy an excellent meal afterwards. When you get to Reykjavík city, a nice way to get to know the area is to go straight to Hallgrímskirkja, the Church of Hallgrímur, and take the elevator to the top of the bell tower. It's the tallest building in the heart of Reykjavík, and from there you'll get a great view over Reykjavík's colorful rooftops, as well as the mountains and the sea which surrounds the city. Good morning, Mr. Leifur.
Hello.
How are you today?
Oh, just fine.
Excellent. Next to Hallgrímskirkja, you'll find Kaffi Loki, where the menu consists of traditional Icelandic food. Góðan daginn.
Góðan daginn.
Hrönn, what do you recommend today?
Today we have special mashed fish and potatoes in gratinere with salad and homemade dry bread. And the meat soup is always very popular. Icelandic meat soup, and then we use just lamb and a lot of vegetable. And if you want some samples, we have Icelandic plate, 1 or 2, where you can have the homemade dry bread with mashed fish and the smoked trout. We buy it direct from the farmer in the north, in Mývatn. And there you can have this Icelandic shark and dry fish.
And how do the visitors like the shark?
Oh, some of them hate it, others love it, but a lot of people want to taste it.
And what about the dry fish?
Oh, everyone loves that.
If you want to know what's going on in Reykjavík, grab a free copy of the Grapevine magazine.
You can find it all over Reykjavík, and we talk about music and art and travel and politics. And it's in English. It's a tourist magazine, but Icelanders read it too, because there's often interesting articles about politics, and we have lots of great writers. The best thing about the Grapevine is that we have these listings, so we have a comprehensive calendar with everything that's going on, music-wise, art-wise, by date. So it's easy to find out what's going on. We are bold, and makes it fun to read and fun to write. It's a fun magazine to write for.
It's lovely to take a stroll down this street, Skólavörðustígur, and admire the old charming houses or browse the windows of all the great stores and galleries. In Skólavörðustígur you'll find many cafes, so it's ideal to enjoy a cup of coffee and some delicacies on the way. A great place to shop for woolen goods is the shop Geysir at Skólavörðustígur. This is our traditional Icelandic sweater, lopapeysa. It's always been very popular amongst the locals. Another interesting place in Skólavörðustígur is 12 Tónar, an independent record store with a wide selection of alternative music, as well as some unique Icelandic homemade recordings you cannot purchase anywhere else. 12 Tónar is a friendly place where you can have a cup of coffee and listen to music. A striking addition to the Icelandic and European cultural scene, harpa Reykjavík Concert Hall and Conference Center provides a great venue for outstanding Icelandic and international artists. Harpa is the home of the Iceland Symphony Orchestra, the Icelandic Opera, as well as various festivals and concert series. Additional amenities include shops, ground floor bistro, as well as a restaurant with a spectacular view. Harpa will be the host of the well-known festival Airwaves, as well as other prominent music events featuring many internationally acclaimed musicians. What started out as a small showcase for local DJs has evolved into a fully blown international music festival. Iceland Airwaves presents the hottest new bands from the States, Europe and Iceland.
Iceland Airwaves is an annual music festival held in downtown Reykjavík, the third weekend in October. And it's 5 days, takes place in various downtown venues, and it basically showcases the freshest and most cutting edge in Icelandic talent and international talent. Reykjavík transforms into some sort of musical wonderland during the time of Iceland Airwaves. These 5 days and the days before, and not really the days after, because that's when people are kind of getting their strength back. It's one of the most exciting times in Reykjavík. For musicians, it's like Christmas, and that's what Icelandic musicians say a lot. And we have around close to 200 bands playing each year. Iceland Airwaves has a big variety of guests each year. It's people who are interested in music, people who love Iceland, people who like to have a good time in Reykjavík. People tend to come back again and again because it's a festival that you kind of fall in love with.
It's fun to spend a day at the harbour in Reykjavík. And if the weather is nice, it's brilliant to go out on the sea. You can start by visiting Víkin, a maritime museum at Grandagarður, before taking a tour with a whale-watching ship. You can enjoy the view from the sea, and if you're lucky, you might catch a glimpse of a dolphin, puffin, or a whale. Just a few steps from the Keflavík Airport terminal, you can rent a car from Geysir Car Rental.
We were brave enough to rent a car. We did the Golden Circle yesterday, which was amazing.
And we did the Reykjanes Peninsula on the day before that, so that was exceptional as well.
Sterna is one of Iceland's leading bus companies. Their bus network covers an extensive part of Iceland, and if you buy a full circle passport, you can travel all around Iceland in your own time.
Nos gusta mucho viajar y se nos ocurrió este año por qué no hacer un país nórdico en lugar de buscar el calor, que ya en España tenemos mucho calor. Y creo que nos ha sorprendido tanto que, no sé, creo que es de los mejores viajes que he hecho en mi vida.
Well, we have kids that we like to keep very active, and we feel that they'll enjoy the museums of Europe maybe when they get a little bit older. But right now we like them to be out and hiking and doing a lot of physical activity, and that's sort of what Iceland has been for us. It's been a very active family vacation.
Believe it or not, it's highly popular amongst the locals to swim regularly in the ice-cold sea.
We mostly sit at a computer the whole day, so this is quite different, and it's always good.
And how often do you do it?
Every week, always Wednesdays.
7 years.
7 years now, 6, yeah, seventh year.
And who knits the swimwear?
Our wives, beloved wives and grandmoms. But one of us started knitting himself, and it took 1 year to knit his, and it's really ugly. But now some of us are learning how to knit, and we hopefully we will do it ourselves in the future.
And you never get cold?
Well, it's freezing in there, of course.
You never sneeze and get...
No, well, that's another thing. My department at Decode, where we work, is the healthiest department in the company.
AllIcelandic.com is a new website that offers you Icelandic design. Over 40 designers sell their products online, for example, the Hand Knitting Association of Iceland. But their goods are all handmade in Iceland. Happy Smiling Headwear specializes in production and design on head warmers, cheerful and colorful hats, scarves and other accessories for outwear. Arca Design specializes in product design made of plexiglass, aluminium and wood. The purpose with the design is the ability to disassemble each design for practical reasons so it can be stored easily. M-Design is an appealing fashion brand to people of all ages. The collections of clothes and accessories are modern and stylish with a touch of old tradition. Huld Design sells fashionable handbags, clutches and satchels made from nature's raw material, for example wolffish and salmon from Iceland. Reykjavík is a capital next door to nature, and it's amusing to walk the length of the beach all the way to the lighthouse at Grótta. Next to this old shed in Grótta, there's a hidden hot spring where you can warm your feet and enjoy the midnight sun. The hot spring, Kvika, is an artwork by the artist Ólöf Nordal. Arguably the finest hotel in Iceland is the 4-star Hilton Reykjavík Nordica. Here you can have anything you desire. Vox restaurant offers gourmet food in a sophisticated environment. The menu at Vox is impressive and will certainly satisfy even the most demanding customers. Góðan daginn, Stefán.
Góðan daginn, and welcome to the restaurant.
Thank you. This is a beautiful buffet you have here at Vox.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yes, we are very proud of this. We actually have this lunch buffet is all working days. On the weekends we are serving brunches at lunchtime. At the restaurant Vox we have it's divided into two parts. We have the bistro area and the fine dining area.
And I was told that you have the new Nordic cuisine in the forefront. Can you tell me what is the new Nordic cuisine?
Well, new Nordic cuisine is all about local actually. It's we are not importing the foie gras anymore, or we are not using olive oil, but we are using what Scandinavia offers and mainly what Iceland offers.
So local ingredients?
Absolutely. Fresh from the sea, from the mountains and seasonal.
This hotel is a relaxing retreat and getaway. At Hilton Reykjavík Nordica, there is a spacious gym with professional trainers where you'll get a complimentary shoulder and head massage in the jacuzzi. If you're up for some action and adventure, it's easy to get a guided tour from the travel company icelandtotal.com. Your guide will pick you up from the hotel and take you wherever you want to go. When you book a day tour from Reykjavík, it might surprise you how many places you can see in one day. Thor, where are we now?
Well, we are on the Golden Circle. The Golden Circle is a scenic tour around Iceland which consists of 3 major highlights. The Thingvellir National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site due to the cultural and historical background, but also a natural phenomenon where the tectonic plates drift apart. And the geyser hot spring area where we are now, with the spouting geyser and geothermal activity. And the next stop in our tour is the Gullfoss waterfall, 73 meters high in 3 plateaus.
And what can you tell me about Geysir?
Geysir is a geothermal site here in Haukadalur on the Golden Circle, where you have hot springs spouting water up in the air. The original one, the Geysir, is where the name comes from. Used to spout water up to 200 feet in the air, while the younger sibling Strokkur spouts water up to 100 feet every 8 to 12 minutes.
Since the time of the settlement, Icelandic people have used the hot springs for a variety of purpose, such as bathing, washing clothes, and cooking. Yeah, they're ready.
I think so. Let's go. Let me show you. Here we have it.
Cool.
Yeah, this is delicious. Well, the bread is baked for 24 hours.
Okay.
At 80 degrees Celsius. And what really happens is that the temperature caramelizes the sugar and creates this really sweet, amazing taste. And
okay. I'm looking forward to trying it.
Yeah. Here you go.
Thank you.
And you can serve this with butter, with herring, all kinds of delicious things that you find here in Iceland.
Yummy.
You like? Nice.
In Iceland we have so many black beaches.
Yeah.
But can you tell me why we have black sand?
Well, Iceland is a volcanic island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, located on the Atlantic Ridge. And here we have volcanic eruptions. Iceland is the youngest geological mass on Earth, formed 8 million years ago when Iceland surfaced from beneath the ocean. And the black sand is actually ash from these volcanoes that is dispersed all over the country. So we have the longest stretches of black beaches, just like this one.
Don't you think that the Northern Lights are something that everyone should experience at least once in their lifetime?
Yes, I absolutely agree. The Northern Lights in Iceland are mainly visible from September through March, April. And it's best to go a little bit outside of Reykjavik city, and you should see them glistening across the sky.
You could even see them from Blue Lagoon.
Absolutely, and that would be a dream come true.
Norðurflug is the leading helicopter service in Iceland. Their aim is to exceed your expectations and take you on an unforgettable journey. What kind of service do you have on offer?
A big part of our job is flying with tourists or travelers in Iceland, and it is exciting for people to see the variety and the contrast of the land, and being able to go from Reykjavik and stand on a glacier in just over 30 minutes.
How's the experience for people that fly with you?
It's so nice, it's pleasant. It's not noisy at all, it's not shaking or anything. It's just like sitting in your sofa, but with a really, really nice view. In the spring, Arctic Heliskiing is a company that we fly for up north in the Troll Peninsula. So my job is basically flying skiers to the top of the mountain. They get out there and ski down.
Air Iceland offers domestic flights to all the main destinations in Iceland. There are various day tours on offer, and this is a quick and scenic way to see many of the most beautiful places. Ísafjörður, the largest town in the Westfjords, has towering mountains on either side, providing the perfect shelter for a lively harbour. The town has for centuries been the largest fishing village in the area. A day tour gives you the glimpse of the traditional everyday life in Ísafjörður. A mere 45-minute flight from Reykjavik is the beautiful town of Akureyri. Situated on the shores of the north coast, this charming port town is the commercial and cultural capital of northern Iceland. Akureyri is also the ideal location from where to explore some of Iceland's most beautiful natural gems. With Air Iceland, you can also fly to Egilsstaðir, a sunny town in the east. From here you can explore the East Fjords, visit Hallormsstaðaskógur, the biggest forest in Iceland, and you might spot a reindeer on the way. Beautifully located in the forest area by the lake Lagarfljót is a popular hotel called Hotel Hallormsstaður.
We have quite old history about hotel here in Hallormsstað, comparing to other hotels in Iceland. And now we are the biggest hotel on the East Coast, famous for the food. We have the next highest waterfall in Iceland.
Hengifoss?
Hengifoss, yes. It was the best kept secret in this area until just a few years ago, and now a lot of people go there.
And then there's the lake.
Yes, with a monster, our famous monster. Lagarfljótsormurinn in Iceland. And it's an old story about it. Similar like Loch Ness.
But people say that it's still around.
Yes, I know people have seen it. I haven't seen it.
A 40-minute drive from Egilsstaðir is a holy place called Skriðuklaustur. It was the site of a monastery during the late Middle Ages and is also well known for a unique house which one of the most successful Icelandic novelists built in the year of 1939.
Gunnar Gunnarsson was a writer, one of the first professional writers. He moved to Denmark when he was 18 and lived there until he is 50 and comes home to build this house. The house itself is designed by a German architect. And it gets a unique twist because there was only Icelanders working on the house itself. So they didn't follow the script completely. For example, the walls in the house, they're all a little bit different. They were supposed to be chopped rock, so they would look like normal houses in Europe, and like all the corners do, and like the balcony does. But they didn't have the right rock for it, so they went down to the next river, got river rocks, cleaned them, and then built them up like bricks with the river rocks. It's named after the monastery that we had here from 1493 to 1554. We believe, and the excavation shows us, that this was also a hospital. We have found ranges of diseases, everything from scurvy to syphilis, pretty much, in the bones. And they've been excavating the monastery for the last 10 years, just finished. So now we are just preparing the area to tell us more about pretty much what they found and the architecture and everything.
Seyðisfjörður is one of Lonely Planet's top picks in Iceland.
Seyðisfjörður has been known to be sort of the art capital in the outside of Reykjavik area, and we strive to work with artists who are working in the front line of contemporary art. So hopefully that is what people will see when they come here. We have usually around 5 exhibitions in our main gallery, at least half of them with international artists, the other half with Icelandic artists.
And what about Lunga? That's an annual festival held.
Yeah, Lunga is a week-long festival of art workshops for young people. And during that week, there's quite a lot of off-menu events, art exhibitions, concerts, etc. And that week ends with a big music festival.
If people are staying here, what places do you recommend?
Well, I would recommend staying at the Hotel Aldan, which is a beautiful hotel situated in an old building here in town. And they have a fabulous restaurant with very good, kind of more upscale dining. And then the Skaftfell Bistro, of course, serves fantastic bistro food that nobody will be disappointed with.
Only a 2-hour flight from Reykjavik will take you to Greenland. Located on the west coast of Greenland is the town of Ilulissat. The town has a beautiful location at the mouth of an ice fjord that is filled with enormous icebergs from the fastest and most active glacier in the northern hemisphere. I remind you that it's very easy to make a few days stopover in Iceland when you travel with Icelandair. So why not add another great destination to your trip across the Atlantic and create new and original memories that will last you a lifetime? Finally, repeat after me. Eyja, fjalla, jökull.